What would your heart tell Amina?
Be more loving towards myself.
How much would you score on that? Wow, we need to work on that, huh?
As a woman, I spend a lot of my life dedicating everything to my professional life, so I want to, dedicate more time to my personal life as well.
Does that mean love? Do you care for marriage? Do you care for kids? What is one of the main hardships that you went through as a child?
This is where the trauma comes from.
Your mom was your first fashion style icon?
Would watch her getting ready, do her makeup, If it wasn't for her, my life would look very different.
What would you have wished to tell her? Hi everyone, I'm with Amina, and we're actually in a very nice place, very French and beautiful, I think. So we're enjoying Paris. We're talking about food for 45 minutes now. But
we could.
I think we could. We had a nice interview, not as long as usually you're used to, and not short. So I think it's the right amount. Amina doesn't like to talk in too many places for a long time. So I'm very happy that we got a glimpse of her mind and her story that she shared. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did. Thank you so much. Yes, it was very nice talking to you, and we had it's as if we knew each other already. It was easy to talk to you. Thank you.
That's good to hear. So always support us, subscribe. We try to get you the guests that you deserve to learn from. And if you know Amina, I hope you get to know her more. And if you don't know her, find her, stalk her, and follow her. Enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I want you to sit if you want to sit like this, you sit like this. Okay. Sit whatever way you feel.
I'm wearing a skirt, so I won't be sitting like that.
So my first question is a very basic question. How are you really doing, Amina?
I'm doing good. I'm fresh off of Fashion Month, and the sales campaign, finished my collection. So it's usually a tiring period. But this year, I have to say, I took more care of myself in the process. So I'm less tired than I usually get sick after Fashion Month. So this year, it was my prerogative not to get sick.
Well, that's good, no?
Yeah. It's already a win.
Yeah, because I think with experience, we have, like now in my calendar, I add something called dumb days. I call it a dumb day. I want to be dumb this day. I don't want to do anything complicated. And I try to put them between interviews so that I have a very slow day, that I don't need to think so much. Usually it doesn't work, but I try.
Yeah.
But I notice it helps a lot.
Yeah, I have procrastination days or moments for sure. I'm a big procrastinator. I guess it's part of being a creative sometimes. And I used to feel very guilty about it. And now I learned like it's okay because, you balance it out with a lot of hard work and a lot of days that are completely the opposite of that. But I used to feel super bad about being a procrastinator. Now I'm like accepting it.
Okay, so if I asked you, who are you? Amina, who? How would you answer that?
Oh, wow. Well, by instinct, I would say, oh, I'm Amina Muaddi. I'm a designer and founder of Amina Muaddi. But who I am, I'm a woman, of course, and I'm a creative, and I'm a human being, and, I'm a daughter, and yeah, that's about it. There's many other aspects to it, but definitely this is how I would describe myself at first glance.
So the first thing you said, woman and creative.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a very private person, correct?
Yeah, I would say so.
So why are you here?
Well, you invited me.
That's one.
Yes.
But you don't have to accept?
No, I accept it because I think, I respect what you do, and like your work, and I was, shown some of the interviews that you've done in the past, and of course, I have Middle Eastern roots, so I'm always, happy to support or be involved in projects with, people that come from the Middle East as well.
Because you're Jordanian-Romanian, right?
Yes, I'm half Jordanian and half Romanian, but I spent most of my life in Italy, and now I live in Paris. So,
You went to Italy when you were 16?
yes,
Ah.
yes, I went to high school
Mm.
in Italy, and then I went to university there as well, and then I worked there. So I spent a lot of my life there.
Mm.
And even before that, I was going all the time because my mom's sister, my aunt, she lived there since I was 6. So I used to go visit her all the time and spend my holidays there. So I've always had like a strong connection until I moved there even.
And if I asked you, Amina, to summarize your childhood in 3 words, which 3 words?
um, 3 words. I would say I don't know about 3 words, but I would say it was a mix between difficult and good. I had a lot of like hardships in my childhood, but at the same time, I had a lot of great moments, and I think it was, I would say for me, it wasn't a normal childhood, but maybe growing up, I realized it wasn't the most normal childhood.
What did you realize that wasn't normal when you compared yourself to other, maybe?
Well, my parents divorced when I was 6, and I lived in Jordan until I was 6, and then me and my mother moved back to Romania. And so from when I was born till I was 6, I lived in Jordan. Then I moved to Romania. Then I moved to Italy. So there was a lot of moving around. And also, when you're a child, you don't realize what it means to come from a broken family or a divorced family, and how that might affect you in the future, or why certain behaviors of your parents, or there's things you don't question as a child, and then you got to do a lot of self work, and then you get to understand, oh, this is where the trauma comes from, so definitely, I think, coming from a broken family is something that impacted me, but I didn't realize it as how much it did till later. And also, I grew up as well with my stepdad because my mom remarried after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
He passed in 2020.
I'm sorry to
Yeah.
hear that. Were you close to the stepfather also?
Yes, I
Okay.
was. I was obviously I grew up with him, so yes.
Yeah, but doesn't make you close automatically.
No, I was close to him. I mean, of course, we've had, like that father and daughter relationship, we've had our issues, but no, he was my, dad.
And I know, or I read, so anything I read, you have to tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Okay.
I read that you came from, you part of your childhood, you were in Jordan, which was like noise and people and very lively. And then you go to Romania and you feel like the only child because it's a very different energy.
Yeah, because in Jordan, so my father's Jordanian, and he had a lot of brothers and sisters. So I had a lot of cousins, and I grew up in a house where my cousins, it was different apartments where my cousins lived there as well. So there were, even though I didn't have brothers and sisters, there were a lot of kids that I would always be with, like my cousins. So I had this like constant. Playfulness and moments where I could enjoy other children all the time. Versus when I moved to Romania, it was very different because I was by myself. With my mom and my grandparents, and my mom had to rebuild her life from scratch, and so my grandmother and my grandfather helped her, and yeah, I found myself having to make new friends. I didn't know anybody. Also, as a child, like I think I've always felt everywhere I went, they felt like I was from somewhere else. So, when I moved to Romania, they treated me as if I was Arabic. When I moved to Italy, they treated me as if I was, Romanian. So I never felt like I belonged fully anywhere.
And in Italy, you were the foreigner that is in Italy?
I was always the foreigner. In Romania, I was the Arab. In Italy, I was the Romanian. I guess in France, I'm the Italian. So I've always been that. You know, I got used to it now. I don't mind it.
I think they call it a third culture kid.
Or a citizen of the world.
Yeah, because I talked with a lot of people, especially in Dubai, who, you know, they're from Lebanon or from Palestine or from anywhere, but they were born in the UAE. And then, but when they go back to Lebanon, they don't see them as Lebanese because their lingo, their jokes are not the same. But when they go to the UAE, okay, you're not Emirati, you're the Lebanese. So it was always this identity.
I think it's an advantage as well. Like, it's an advantage because you experience different cultures and you can blend within different cultures and in so many places. But you know, you belong everywhere and you don't belong anywhere at the same time. It's kind of that feeling, I would say.
The thing is, this realization that you're talking about now, it's a great realization that you wish you could tell your younger self.
Yes.
Because a lot of people struggle when they're 8 and 10 and 12 and 15 with this. But if you come and tell them, by the way, this makes you more cultured and you can adapt anywhere in the world, and this is an advantage rather than a disadvantage, I think it's a big relief for a lot of kids.
For sure. I think it's an advantage, but also, you know, it can make you feel a little bit lonely and derooted, you know? So I think for me, parts of like me always felt like, oh, where are my roots? Where do I belong? And it's kind of like this constant quest of trying to find my roots, you know?
Where did you reach?
Definitely in the Middle East, because I think leaving at 6, you know, and kind of cutting ties with that part of my family was, you know, something that, of course, created a longing in me. So definitely going back to the Middle East feels, in a way, cathartic or soothing, you know. So I do that a lot. And, you know, Romania is different because I'm more connected because my mother lives there. So I go visit her or she comes visit me all the time. So it's just like a different, you know, connection that it's easier. But I think with my Jordanian side and my Arabic side, I had to do more work to reconnect to it and to also claim it, because as a child, you don't understand, like they would call me names in Romania because I was like, I had darker skin or, you know, I looked different. And I kind of like had a defense mechanism and I became a little bit, you know, I used to do karate. Kind of like, you know, defended myself and never allowed anyone to bully me. But that's because I experienced a lot of racism when I was a child there. So learned how to defend myself as well and navigate the world feeling different. Yeah.
You said earlier that there were a lot of hardships. What is one of the main hardships that you went through as a child?
Definitely my parents' relationship, you know, that affected me a lot.
At a young age?
Yeah. They had a lot of conflict and I experienced it in firsthand. So as a child, I think, you know, that creates a little bit of unstable environment and develops maybe into anxiety as an adult, and you don't realize why is that, you know, until you kind of like work on yourself to understand.
You know, so I can only try to imagine your childhood, but if you see conflict, so my parents are divorced, but they got divorced at a much later stage. I was 19. So I think it hits you very different than when you're really young.
Yeah.
So that's number one. And number two, the funny thing is they never had conflict in front of me. Like never. I've never seen them argue. It seems like for you, it was, you would see. But I noticed that there is negatives in both. So when you see conflict, you said it could give you anxiety. A lot of kids blame themselves for the divorce of their parents. They think it's their fault.
No, that was not my case at all. It was more like I didn't feel safe, you know, because it's an environment where as a young child you don't feel very safe, you know. Even though I was very, very close to my mom, you know, I think it was that safety that every child should experience that maybe I didn't feel like fully, you know.
Yeah. So the negative in my case, I learned later in life.
I was going to ask you.
So you're with me. That's good. We're both online. Is that you don't learn conflict resolution.
You become avoidant.
You don't, it's so like weird for you. So when you see conflict or somebody's upset with you in work, in life, in love, you never had the tools to see. I always say, like, you know, when a dad or a mom, one of them upsets each other and then he makes a joke and just, come on, like, and they fix it and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's how you fix
Mm-hmm.
conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not exposed to it and everything is like, yay, like, you know, there's a fairy tale,
Yeah.
you're in a bubble and that's not life.
Yeah.
So I think there is a healthy level of
Balance.
conflict
Yeah.
that a child should be exposed to, and then how to fix.
Yeah.
But we both didn't experience them in different
Yeah,
ways.
it's very extreme. I don't think mine was healthy at all. So.
And you know, it's crazy. I read the book, Amina, recently, and it said that when people now look for love, they think they're looking for happiness, but what they're actually looking for is familiarity.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's why, you know, if we come from a certain background and we're like, I don't know why I'm attracted to this kind of person.
Yeah.
They're familiar.
Yeah, and also
know.
they say that you end up with a partner that just mirrors all your insecurities and all your fears so that you can, you know, heal them. So if you're healed, you end up with a different type of partner. But if you're not healed, you're definitely gonna marry or end up with all your insecurities looking at you in your face so that you can work on them and heal them.
If you want to. And if you put the work,
Yeah.
You mentioned your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you were very close to her growing
Yes,
up.
I was very close to my Jordanian grandmother when I lived in Jordan, but you know, obviously after I left Jordan, I never went back.
Until today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until this day,
We need to take you for Mensaf.
I need to go.
Okay.
And we, you know, we dress Queen Rania, and I'm very proud every time, and I'm happy, you know, to, you know, again have this type of relationship and reconnect. But I can't wait to actually go back. But I was very close to my maternal grandmother for sure growing up because she'd help my mother take care of me, and yeah, so she passed as well, but she was really like an angel in my life. I was very close to her.
And that's from your dad's side in Jordan?
Yeah.
And in Romania?
Yeah, my Romanian grandmother, she's the one that helped my mom, you know,
the one
take
that
care
passed,
of me.
yes.
Yes,
And the paternal one is in Jordan?
She also passed.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But also I was very, very close to her while I was there, and my mom speaks very highly of her, and she had a great relationship with her. I think, you know, my mom feeling a little bit lonely while we lived there. I think my grandma, you know, gave her a lot of support and advice, and was there for her also in a lot of hard moments. So, you know, sometimes you feel connected with people throughout life, even though you don't have a relationship with them anymore, because it wasn't a choice to not have a relationship with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read also that your mom was your first fashion style icon. Is that true?
She was my first icon in general, in every way. I was obsessed with my mom. Just thought she was the most beautiful, the most chic, the most everything. You know, I definitely admired her and would watch her getting ready, do her makeup. You know, had a very I was very dependent on her and very obsessed with her. I always wanted to be close to her physically. So definitely she was a big influence in my life and in my childhood growing up. Yeah.
Why do you do what you do?
Why do I do what I do? Well, it brings me joy. It brings me purpose. I think I'm very passionate about what I do, about being a creative. I care about doing something great, and I think you can only do something great when you're passionate about it. I feel like if I don't put my whole energy into something, it will always be mediocre. So I think being a designer, being a creative, and specifically, you know, in the footwear industry came out of passion, and it's a very hard job, and it's a lot of like there's a lot of obstacles when you do this job, but I think if you're passionate about it, you know, it's something that brings a lot of joy. But also I do it because I like to see other women happy, um, through something that I did. So I think what I do brings joy to other people. We're not saving lives. We work in fashion. So it's not the most, it's not a necessity what I do, but it's an extra, that just I see how it can bring women, you know, a little bit more happiness and a little bit more confidence. And I think, having a positive impact on someone else in life is the greatest purpose. So,
Yeah, I heard fashion is really tricky. It's challenging field.
I think being an entrepreneur in general also is a challenging job for sure.
I've done 6 businesses, so
Yeah. So it's
I
like whether it's fashion or something else, because I think many people don't realize being a designer is one thing, being an entrepreneur is another thing. So these are two things that come together in my case and in my career. So I have to really balance them both out because they're very different jobs.
Okay. What does success mean to you today?
Success,
Yeah.
success is being able to do what you love and be able to create security, through what you love. I think that's a part of success, professionally speaking. And in life, success is feeling fulfilled. I would say
Are you fulfilled?
half.
Half?
Half fulfilled. Yeah, I'm still working on it. Yeah.
What do you think will increase it by 10%?
I think I'm fulfilled with where I am in my life. I definitely think that I want to dedicate more to my personal life. So I dedicated everything um, as a woman. I spent a lot of my life dedicating everything to my professional life. So I feel like I want to, dedicate more time to my personal life as well.
Does that mean love? Do you care for marriage? Do you care for kids?
I think it's just like having a family. I definitely would like, yeah.
Your own mini family?
Yeah.
You like the idea of children?
I would like to create my own family. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, inshallah, why not?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? You made me just lose my track of thought. Yeah, what is a fear or an insecurity you've struggled with throughout your life?
Oh my God. So many. There's many fears. I definitely lived in survival mode for like many years. So I think being able to feel safe and stable in what I do in my career, in my job, provide, jobs for other people, be able to have security in my business. I think that's something very important. And more than a fear, it was just, something that I feel I needed to achieve in my life. And I think as a fear, maybe sometimes also understood through work on myself slash therapy. I understood also I always had the fear of not being enough. So like I've always been an overachiever and a high achiever, and that I realized that probably stemmed from this type of fears and slash insecurities.
You've done therapy, it seems.
Yeah.
That's good. I think we all need it.
Yeah.
I think it's so
Even
good.
too late. I started too late. I wish I started even
I
earlier.
started, I think, a year ago. I'm 44. And I preach about this so much, and I started but the first two didn't work for me. The third one was.
I think that's also important because a lot of people try to go to therapy and, they have an experience for the first time that's negative. So they think therapy is not for me. It's just that therapist is not for you.
Yes, well said.
Yeah.
What does love mean to you?
I think love, what it should mean is that, you're feeling a little bit like on a cloud in terms of like you can fall on this cloud and this cloud is going to catch you, whether it comes from a parent, from a friend, from, you know, this feeling of like safety and being appreciated and being being wanted for who you are with your flaws and with your qualities. And I think that's the hardest thing. As humans, we are, we always want to change people or change aspects about people. And I think as, we feel the most love when we feel accepted.
The book I'm reading now on the plane said something so cool. That, when people tell you what does love mean, or you want to have for someone who wants to fall in love or be in love, right? That's a very big distinction between, are you saying, are you ready to love, or do you want to be loved? Because as children, we were used to one-sided love, like no matter how much you cry or shit in your Pampers or vomit or scream, you still got unconditional love from a parent, which is a very different type of love, because you can't do that with a romantic partner. You can't shout and scream and cause a tantrum and like, he will stay, like he will not stay, he will leave.
Yeah.
So, but people, most people, they're not ready to love. They're saying, I want to be loved. I want somebody to accept me with all of the beauty and the flaws that I already have.
Yeah.
Which is a very different mindset, and that's why usually it's quite entitled. But when you say I'm ready to love, it means I'm ready to compromise, I'm ready to communicate, I'm ready to accept someone with the beauty, with the little kinks. But I'm ready to work and dance and try to do something. And that's where I think people should focus more. Are you ready to love, or are you saying I want to be loved? So
I think for me, my struggle was loving from a place of security rather than overcompensating and loving from a place where I lack, because when you love from a place of security, you can love and also be loved. For me, it was like I was giving more than I was receiving oftentimes, because I had this, tendency to overcompensate and to give from a place of lack. Yeah.
have you found the good love?
We'll see. I don't know.
I think, sometimes I think it's a lot of it is internal work. Like you said, when you work internally, you attract differently.
Well, I think if you ask me if I found the good love, I think that's literally the love that I'm trying to give myself. I think that's the good love. From there, you can explore.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, it depends for what.
No,
wearing
in this phase.
To wear, I love red, I love white, and I think these two. I love black.
Give me one color that is in your mood this period of your life. Generally, doesn't have to be only clothes, just the color.
Wine, like my shoes.
This color.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 reasons.
I have a lot of wine. It's just like it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. It's fall now, so it's in the mood for fall.
Okay, fall mood, beautiful.
The season, and it's a little bit royal, elegant. Okay. So.
Favorite animal?
My favorite animal is my dog.
No, okay, in general, from the animal kingdom, is it dogs or is it?
I love dogs, because they give you so much love, and I'm biased because I have a dog, but I also love tigers.
Tigers,
super beautiful. Tigers and leopards.
3 reasons why.
So majestic, so gorgeous, and grew up with Aladdin, so I always saw Princess Jasmine with I think she had a tiger pet. So,
so nostalgic also. Yeah. So the color is how you see yourself. So you said it's raw. You said it's fall, so it's chill in the mood. You said it's beautiful, and you said
it's royal.
Royal. Okay, that's cool. And then favorite animal is the ideal partner.
Okay.
So beautiful, majestic, and nostalgic.
Okay.
So that's the kind of person you'd be attracted to. You have to be beautiful, majestic, and they kind of remind you of Childhood, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we have the red card, guys? Yes. And the other one. Okay, these are more like quicker questions, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Your Instagram DP has an animation drawing of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why? Why did you choose that?
It was during COVID, and a lot of I would just receive a lot of artworks from creative designers, illustrators, and you know, I felt like I look a little bit like a ninja in it, so I liked it.
Yeah, even with the mask, I
Yeah.
saw. Okay, and you kept it, huh?
Yeah, I kept it.
Okay.
I never think about changing it. Yeah, I forget about it.
What is the most emoji you use?
The most emoji is, you know, the crying, laughing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a good sense of humor?
Yeah, I think I do, but I also like people with good sense of humor, and I like to laugh with the people around me. That's a very important quality in the people around me that I look for. I like people that make me laugh.
That's good. You like the book Outliers, I know.
Yes.
What is the current great book that you like?
My God, what's the name? I forgot the name. I have this little book that I always carry with me. The Decision. I think it's called the Decision book or something like this. It's like it helps you make good decisions, and I'm a very undecisive person, so that's that I'm currently like carrying with me all the time to remind myself to make good decisions.
Do you take time to make a decision?
Yes, I'm super undecisive. It's so annoying.
But you're opening your first store.
Yes,
that was a big decision.
I'm not undecisive for like I follow my gut for a lot of my decisions, so it's very instinctual. And actually my ex colleague that used to work for me always told me, you know, I always used to complain about being indecisive, and she told me, yeah, you are indecisive, maybe sometimes you don't know what you want, but you always know what you don't want, so that kind of makes it easier. So
it's a good one.
Yeah.
Describe a fun date that only costs maximum $20.
Fun date?
Yeah.
It costs maximum $20. I mean, going to museums.
Okay.
Yeah. I do that all the time.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who annoys you the most? The one who reads your message and doesn't reply, or the one who flatters you too much, or the arrogant person, or the one with a cold response?
Definitely the cold response.
Really?
Yes. I'm the first one. I'm the annoying one because I take way too long to respond to people, and I get overwhelmed, and you know, I just want, you know, people, when they know me enough, they know it's not personal. I do it to everybody, but I take way too long to respond. If they have an emergency, they
How
just have
many
to tell me.
unread messages do you have?
Like, it depends. During Fashion Week, I had like 60, you know, on WhatsApp, and I was just like, whoa, you know. I was struggling. And then there's Instagram, and it's just like too much. I get overwhelmed. I don't want to be the whole time doing that. You know, I want to live my life. And also what's super important for me is when I'm with people, I like to be present. So I don't like being on my phone when I'm having lunch or when I'm with someone. And it annoys me when someone does that. So
Same.
I think it's important to, that's why I end up not responding to people. But when I'm with them, I think I'm more present than the ones that respond all the time to their text messages and they're always on their phone.
Yeah, it's funny because I'm popular on social media, people think I'm very good at texting automatically.
Yeah.
And I'm really not. Like, I'm an in-person person. My text is probably the most annoying, robotic, boring responses with a full stop always. And they're like, Anas, you're so dry. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, let's sit like this. I'll talk to you for 2 hours with no phone. But don't tell me
you're not a good texter.
I'm a conversationalist.
I see.
Yeah. You make me sit with someone, I'll speak for 2 hours.
No,
and I don't need the phone.
I have to be like, if I have time, I'll text, but I don't like to just drag it for too long via text. If we have something to talk about, we can talk on the phone.
Okay. This is from the card game.
Oh, wait, is this We're Not Really Strangers?
No, this is ours.
Oh, you have one?
We've had one for a few years now.
What's it called?
It's ABtalks.
Okay.
Well,
Doesn't have a
this
name,
is a
the
fresh
game?
ABtalks card game.
Okay.
As literal as possible. Maybe the second version. Okay, can you mix this?
Okay.
This is brand new, so I had
Okay.
to remove some. We'll do one
Oh.
by design or by fate, whichever you believe in. Okay, tell me which one you want me to ask you. Which one?
I have to pull it?
Yeah.
Maybe this one.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna ask this, and this is the way to answer. Okay, after I ask.
Okay.
What is the biggest flaw in your parents that you wish you could change? Throw.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Be open.
Yalla.
The biggest flaw I wish I could change.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, both parents?
Sure.
So, my mom, I think she was quite anxious, so kind of transmitted it to me. So I would say anxiety. And my father, I would say empathy. Lack of empathy.
Yeah, very Arab attribute. You know, it's crazy how like for every region there is a certain design of the male and the female. You know.
Also, open-mindedness, I would say. Yeah.
What is the happiest moment in your life so far?
Happiest moment in my life.
Yeah, like pure happy.
I think being born, definitely. But the happiest moment in my life, definitely, I've had so many amazing moments in my life. So it's hard to pick one. But when I'm at my happiest when I'm creative. So I think every time I do something that just awakens that spirit in me of joy. Sometimes it happens when I'm in the factories in Italy. Sometimes it happens when I'm on vacation with my mom. I think it's just moments of joy that I take, and I now maybe take a moment to understand and appreciate them. I think I'm at my most happy when I'm just enjoying what I do. So I think to me it's related a lot to my creativity. And I don't get to do it a lot because I have a business to run. So when I have those moments, I'm happy. I don't know how to describe what's the happiest I've been, but definitely when I launched my brand, I had spent so many years working hard, and I think that was a happy moment for me. For example, very happy moment for me. When I opened my store in Paris, it was a very happy moment for me. When I get to hang out with my mom and my friends, they're happy moments for me that I enjoy. So I think, balance.
Would you say you're a happy person?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone is 100% happy or 100% sad or 100%, but I would say, I care to have happy moments. And I think we also have to work to create them, and we have to a bit analyze ourselves if we're overwhelmed. If something is wrong, we have to balance, what we're doing and catch ourselves in these moments and try to like go back to ourselves to understand what we can do to make ourselves feel better.
What's the most emotionally difficult thing you've gone through in your life?
Definitely losing my dad. Yeah. I mean, losing my grandma as well before that, but losing a parent, I think it's a whole other level of pain that you're not prepared for, especially when it's very, he was 58, so it was very unexpected. So I think it's definitely painful to lose someone you love. I don't think there's greater pain than probably physical pain when you're sick.
When was that, you said? How far?
In 2020.
2020. If you could call your dad now 5 years later and he would answer, what would you tell him?
I feel like it's more than what I would tell him. Is more I would be happy to hear his voice. Yeah.
Mm.
Whatever that is, you know. You can tell, of course, that you love them, or you can tell, you're a parent. But I think it's more when you don't have a parent anymore, it's more about hearing them and hearing what they have to say to you. Yeah.
Mm. Did he miss out on a lot of your achievements?
Some of them, but maybe he's not missing out.
Yeah, I like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have the grief discussion with guests
Mm.
because it's a big topic, you know? There's grief of people who are still alive. There are grief of objects that you lose. There's grief of people who die. It's a huge topic. And sometimes, I have a guest who's maybe in their 60s or 70s. And still, if they remember their parent, they start to cry. And imagine after all of these years,
Oh yeah, it's never
has nothing to do with time.
No, like my mom lost my grandma, her mom, on Christmas Day, and now I try to spend every Christmas with her because I know she feels some sadness around that date because of that. So it never goes away. It doesn't matter, for us, a parent is a parent. Even when we'll be 80, we'll be a child to our parents. So it has nothing to do with age, I think.
You touched on a very good topic about stepdads. I have a stepdad, but it's how interesting it is if you're blessed with a stepfather who's not your biological or stepmother, but they choose to love you like their own. That's a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
It's not a default deal. It's a choice. They choose to love you.
Yeah, I think it's a very noble choice. And I think, they love the person that they're with so much that they choose to make their children their own, So definitely came from the love they shared, my parents shared. And, when someone has a child, they come with it's a package deal. So you have to love and accept, in your life, both people. Otherwise, I don't think it's possible. So it's the only way possible.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words?
How would I describe myself in 3 words?
Because you're quite a mysterious human.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm sure you get this a lot because you are not that easy to read. I don't see it in a negative or a positive way. I'm saying it is what it is.
I love that people perceive me as mysterious because I don't.
Because you like tigers and cheetahs.
No, I think I'm funny.
Okay.
I think I'm determined, and how could I describe? I think I'm, a problem solver. I don't know how to describe that as a personality trait.
It is?
But for sure, entrepreneurial. I think I am empathetic and loving towards, all the people in my life. And, also a little bit moody.
If you weren't Amina, would you be friends with Amina?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. It's a good sign. Yeah. Do you think that actually people misunderstand you?
Oh, yeah, a lot. People misunderstand me a lot. Yeah.
Why do you think?
I think because I appear different than what I am. People think I'm very serious, and I'm not at all. But I appear to be serious to people who don't know me, just because I don't like to, I don't know, smile in pictures.
I can relate so much because a lot of people think I'm arrogant or not nice. So when they say hi and then I'm normal, they're like, oh, you're nice. I'm like, why? What did I do? Because I have a very serious face.
Yeah, I have a resting bitch face. That's what they call it. So
can we copy paste? I think it's like that.
Yeah, it's definitely like a perception when people don't know you. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the most important person in your life today?
My mother.
Do you talk to her every day?
Oh, no, not every day, but often. Yeah, every other day.
And God forbid, inshallah, you get a very good, long, healthy, beautiful life. Ya Rab. If today was the last day on earth for you, and you had no way to communicate with anybody, who would you regret not being able to communicate with?
Oh, I mean, all the people that I love. The list is long, but of course, my mother, for sure.
What would you have wished to tell her?
It's all the usual. That I love her, of course. And just thank you,
Hmm.
you know,
For?
for everything. My whole life, it was determined by the decisions she took, in her life. And she made a lot of sacrifices so that I could be here today, do what I do. And she's definitely one of, if it wasn't for her, my life would look very different.
Hmm.
So, mm.
Hmm. How would you describe her in one word?
Mm. Sweet, sweet. Yeah.
Sweet. If, Amina, I could take your heart out
hmm
with all the things you went through in your life, the good, the bad, funny, everything, and I placed it out, what would your heart tell Amina today?
I think to be more loving towards myself and accepting towards myself.
How much would you score out of 10 on that?
Mhm. 5.
Wow, we need to work on that, huh? It's good that you're honest.
Yeah, I mean, I became more self-aware. I wasn't even aware before. Yeah.
So in 2025, with the few months that are left, what do you think you need to add? Yalla, we put a to-do list.
To-do list?
Yeah,
Well,
at least
definitely.
one thing.
No, one thing is too little.
Okay, Allah,
I have a
give
lot
me.
of things.
Give me.
I need to open. We're opening the store in Doha,
Yeah.
so we're opening stores in the Middle East. We're also opening a store in Dubai in Level Shoes. So professionally doing my new collection. And then on the other side, I'm going to try to start working out again because I stopped working out. So I would like to add that to my to-do list.
Discipline.
And doing a beautiful collection. Yeah, we definitely need more discipline. Yeah.
That's a big, big thing. You're very disciplined at work and you're very dedicated because you're passionate. The question is,
it's hard for me to be disciplined when I'm not passionate about it. Yeah.
There's a nice video I shared recently of something I learned, which is the difference between being interested and being committed.
And what is it?
When you're only interested in things, you only do that when it's interesting. When you're committed, even when it's not interesting, you wake up, you do the job. You're like that in fashion and shoemaking.
Yeah.
But we need to do it in other things also.
Definitely.
Reading or working out or.
Definitely. Like the things that I love doing, they come easier, I would say, even though I don't have a lot of time. But I think the things that I don't like doing, or I feel, it's an effort that comes outside of my scope, those are the things that I need way more discipline. Yeah.
We have your to-do list.
Yeah.
Last question. Amina in one word.
Very eclectic personality, I would say.
Eclectic.
Yeah. So many different things. I cannot. Yeah, but I think like one thing about me that I do like is that I really kept my childlike spirit. So I think that's something that I encourage everybody to do because, I think it's a spirit that gives joy to you and other people when they're around you. So
and this is I know we're ending with this, but this is such a big topic because I noticed some of the biggest achievers on this planet, in my theory, they found a way to keep the curiosity of the child in them alive even at an adult age. They're still curious, they're still childlike, and they want to try things. And
Yeah.
I think that's where creativity comes from, because when you're young, you're very curious. You look at everything like the first
Yeah.
time, and you taste different things, and
Yeah.
you open drawers.
I stayed like that. I'm very curious
And
about everything. I
I
love
think it's so
traveling,
important.
love discovering new cultures. It's super important if you want to maintain your creativity. Like, I get stale if I don't do things to stimulate my brain, my eyes, you know, my taste buds. I get very like bored and stale. And you know, they always say it's good to have a routine, but at the same time, when there's too much of a routine and then you
have to break it.
Yeah, you don't get stimulated. I love being stimulated by the unknown.
Are you a foodie?
So much.
Nice. We'll get along.
Yeah.
There's some really good places here. There was one more point. Yesterday, my therapist was telling me, we're talking about the topic of aging. Sometimes I like to bring boundaries or topics, like we get philosophical, you know. So
it's hard topic of aging.
I'm like, aging is such a big topic today, so we start to talk about it. And he said, it's one thing to be biologically a certain number, so you're like mature or experienced, but it's important to maintain a youthful mind or a youthful spirit.
Yeah.
And that's the most beautiful. Imagine yourself at 65,
Yes.
but with this curiosity, and you're dressed and you're walking here in the streets and you're sexy and you're funny. That's life. You know, you have the age.
Yeah.
But you're still in spirit. You can be the youngest person in a room.
Yeah, I think it's the people that don't give up on themselves and don't think, oh, life is finished at a certain point, you know? I think, I think aging is hard. I always wonder how I'm going to deal with it. And, I don't think I think it's definitely complicated. But nowadays we have so many examples of people aging in the most amazing way, not just physically, but mentally, what they do, their careers, changing careers or having flourishing careers at a later time in life. So I think, there's definitely beauty in it. And I think as human beings, we need to not let ourselves go and give up and find the beauty in every age that we have. But I definitely think for me, keeping my, youthful spirit and my inner child very active in my life has helped me a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.